All right. Hopefully y'all can hear and see me over the cicadas in the background. Gonna sip on this coffee. I'm making this video because a lot of people have been asking me what happened here. So let me give you a little backstory on what happened here to this leg stuff, shoulder injury. So one day on the way to work, I was on a motorcycle going about 40 kilometers an hour on a road that I've ridden on for like many years. So this road, there's a T intersection, and as you're going at the T intersection, where the way I'm going, example, T, me driving, I don't have to stop. This traffic here don't have to stop, but this traffic needs to stop here, needs to stop. So I'm riding, minding my own business. I see this van pull up at this T intersection. I'm close. When I say I'm close, I'm really nearby. I see the van. He sees me. He actually looks at me in my eyeballs. Look to my eyeballs. When I say I'm close, I'm from here, example from me, to about the front of my, maybe a little bit past, maybe that wall. I'm gonna say that. From here, maybe to the wall. Me riding 40 kilometers an hour, 40 kilometers an hour, from here to that wall. The guy looks at me, pauses, he doesn't stop, he pauses, and pulls out in front of me. All right. So, I hit the brakes. I'm sliding sideways, a little bit, sliding sideways. As I slide sideways, I was going behind the van. As I'm sliding sideways behind the van, I hit sideways, and then the bike catches traction. And as you see, if the bike is sliding like this, then it catches traction. Quickly, it's gonna do like this. So quickly, it says, whee, and it high-sides me. I get high-sided, and when I go high-sided, like I'm flying through the air, and then I try to come down. And when I come down, I mean, try to come down, I came down. When I came down, when I came down, I landed on my arm. Well, I tried to brace myself, and I'm pretty sure I like hyperextended and did some shit, but that was pretty fast when it happened. But when it happened, I landed on my arm, shoulder, hold up side, basically. Okay, I got up. Adrenaline's pumping at this moment. And I'm like, what the hell? So I actually, like when it happened, I landed, I slid, I tumbled over on my back, and then I tumbled again, and I landed, and I was sliding. The bike sliding at me, pushing the bike. So as that's happening, I finally come to a stop on my back. I have my backpack on, and my computer's in there. So yeah, my screen's broken on my computer, yeah. And when I get up, I literally like point at the guy like, you caused this. So yeah, that was like really crazy that dude pulled out in front of me that closely on a motorcycle, bro. Like, when I say like there are dangerous drivers here, there are dangerous drivers, bro. Like, they will pull out in front of you and act like nothing is wrong. It happens plenty of times. It's happened times before that. But I'm actually just gonna start highlighting the crap that happens, because it doesn't get highlighted, and everybody thinks it's okay. But the accident happened or whatever. The guy actually did not try and check on me. The guy that caused the accident, it was a construction company vehicle, and it was like 6 of them in there. They did not try to check on me at all to see if I was okay or if I got hurt or anything. Once it happened, he pulled out into the T intersection, the little road that's right there that I was coming on. He pulled out, they stopped. Thought they wasn't gonna stop, but they stopped. By that time I had my phone, I was recording, because just in case they tried to run. But if they did try to run, there was a camera on the pole. That camera saved me. I didn't have my Insta360 going at the moment. Now that when I start back riding, every time I get on that bike, it's gonna be going. Because when the police showed up or whenever somebody called, they said it was an accident, and then like what happened, and it was like the motorcycle had an accident. It looked like I just had the accident. It didn't look like anything else happened. So it just looked like I had an accident. But no, that van caused the accident. If that camera wasn't there and the police to see that van caused that accident, they would have blamed it all on me. 100% would have blamed it on me. But luckily, the camera was there. There was a Japanese guy that was behind that van. He actually got out of his car, ran over to me, asked me was I okay. He tried to, he was like, no, stay down. And man, I was like adrenaline rush pretty much at that point. But he told me stay down, and he was like, and he started gathering my motorcycle parts up. He started gathering my not the person that caused the accident, but somebody else behind him actually helped me, which sucks. I wish I could find that guy, get his information, and also the American guy that was behind him. I talked to him, and he said that the only reason he looked up, he heard tires screeching, and when he looked up, he saw me flying through the air and landing in a motorcycle crashing and me pushing away. And then he was like, oh my God. So he actually got out of his car and came over and helped, asked was I okay. He asked me did I want to call the police, and I was like, yes. So he's the one that actually first responded and called the PMO, which is the military police. They got there first, and they got the ambulance out there, and they asked me what was wrong. I was like, my wrist feels weird. I can still move it. I can move my wrist, but I could definitely feel in my shoulder that something had hit wrong in something. Like, even when I try and lift my shoulder, I can feel like it's, I don't know, it's like right in between the rotator cuff and your bone. It feels like something is off. So, all in all, they took me to the hospital or whatever. I got x-rays at the Naval Hospital on Foster, and come to find out I have a fractured wrist. So my wrist got fractured. It's a line that went like that, and it's like a hockey stick looked like. But all right, after that, I waited a little bit. I got, released from the emergency room and all that stuff. My mom was here, my son was here. So they had to go through that trauma. I mean, I said on the message, like, I had a motorcycle accident, but I'm all right. But everybody, got all out of whack, and, long as I wasn't hurt really bad, I really thank God that I'm really good right now, because it could have ended worse than that. Because when he pulled out, I'm not saying I'm the best rider, but when he pulled out, any other rider or new rider, I would say, probably would hit the front brakes and lock the front brakes up. The bike is coming up like this. You would have definitely ran straight into the back of that van, like head first. And at that point, there's a lot more risk to injury and possibly death, because with you slamming into the back of a car, going 40, you might not die, but going 40 and slamming, it depends on how you hit, because that could have ended horribly wrong. But yeah, that's the reason why I'm in this right here. So with that being said, like, even if you're the best rider, I don't care what people think, like, you can be the best rider. I don't see too many perfect riders stopping or avoiding a crash. As you driving 40 kilometers an hour, someone immediately pulls out in front of you, and you can avoid it that quickly. If you can, kudos to you. But I didn't. Not many of us are. To look back on it, like, my bike is, I'm gonna say it's probably totaled. The right side of it looks fine, but when it high-sided like this, and when it came down, it slammed down on the left side of that bike, bro, and it put a dent in the frame. The tail fairing, the tail end of the bike is crooked from the wheel, alignment of the wheel. So let's take a gander over here at the bike. Is right here. Excuse the stuff. I got some projects going on. But here is the bike. Look like I need to be riding that bike. But no, this bike. All right, we're starting the back. So this part, all this got slammed and rubbed against. If you can see there, like it hit here. And when it hit, it knocked this. You can see it. You can see it on this video. Like this is crooked. This crooked is this way. Should be straight up and down with this wheel, but it's not. All the parts that's guy gathered up for me. I appreciate you, bro. That. Look at how big that dent is. That's a huge dent. All right, we go up a little bit more. That's broken. That's my foot peg. That thing's broken. My shifter. It ain't there no more. All right, so we got a little bit more like scratches and stuff down here, but all that's broken. If we go right here, all right, that's scratched. That's just a tank. This whole left side is gone. Look at my frame slider. It's not supposed to be pointed that direction. Bro, that frame slider is in front where the radiator is. All right. These are my lines for my ABS. They're all smashed. Look here, you probably can't see it that well, but there is a dent in this frame. There's a frame, that's a dent. Like a nice size dent too. It's not like a little dent. It's not like a huge dent, but it's big enough to maybe challenge the integrity of the bike. On the handlebar, that part is broken there. Lever is broken, shaved, and that's actually sharp as hell. All front of that up there is not looking too well. The front, all that up there, all that is broken up in here. There's probably some more. It was leaking coolant also, so ain't no telling what came loose or was not loose after that. That being said, be careful out there. If you're on a bike, a car, anything, a moped, a bicycle, be careful, because if you're in Japan, like if you live here in Okinawa, riders know how the drivers are. They are, I'm just gonna say it, they're horrible drivers. They don't look when they turn, they just hit a blinker and they go left. They don't look. I promise, I'm telling you 100%, we've seen it plenty of time. Many people have seen it. They will hit a blinker and just go left and start going over. They don't look to see if it's clear. They don't look to see if it's safe or if somebody's behind them or next to them. I've seen it where they turn the blinker on and they just go left. And not just Japanese people, Japanese drivers. It's also American drivers that do crazy shit too. So I just want to say, be careful out there. Like, it's fun to ride a motorcycle. I know. But we also need to be safe, because you have to watch out. While riding a motorcycle, you have to always be offensive. I would say ride offensively. Like, always try to avoid most traffic if you can, because I would not want to sit and then you sitting at the back of the line or whatever, in the line, and then somebody just go bam, run right into the back of you. Just go to the front. Just go to the front. Just go. You're on a motorcycle. I literally have pulled up and there was a cop, Japanese cop, right next to me, and it was right next to Parko Mall. I pulled up right next to him. I did not know the cop was there. He was in their car. I was on my motorcycle. Turning lane, I come through splitting the lane, and I go to the front. Traffic will stop. I see the cop. I was like, well, this is your time to get me. This is it. They did nothing. They did nothing. I don't know why. Maybe it's okay if traffic is stopped and you're not like splitting the lane while it's going or whatever, but they didn't do anything. There's a lot of tourists here, a lot of Americans that get their licenses and this is their first place to drive. That's not uncommon. They get a license, this is their first place to drive. And yeah, you can just imagine how that goes. So I'm sorry, but the Okinawa drivers are not the best drivers in the world at all. It's not just me. You can ask almost anybody. It's a lot of dangerous driving going on here. So I just want to put that out there. Be safe. This thing's gonna come off, but also I gotta like get checked out for my left side. I'm actually gonna get MRIs for the damages or whatever. And also the guy that caused the accident, you're an asshole. You're actually a piece of shit. There's more behind that story also. But I got a lawyer. So, to be continued. Until next time, I'll let you guys know how it goes after this. How the motorcycle information goes, the insurance and everything, the claims, and also the damages to myself, my mental health, and to like just my whole well-being, like sleeping. It sucks because my neck, I'm telling you, I'm not lying, like I have a stiff neck. Now I'm getting an MRI and everything, but like when I move my neck, like I can feel the stiffness intense inside of my neck. So we're gonna get all that checked out. I'm not paying for it. The asshole's gonna pay for it. So for watching this Mology, peace out. Love you guys. See you later.